Hello, everyone, and as always, welcome back to Strategy Gaming Dojo, where we're finding, learning, and turning the great strategy games. And I'm back with you live. I'm excited about it. It's been a few days since we've live streamed this one. I've been cranking out the turns, so keeping busy doing that because this game is heating up and it's getting very exciting. I'm on the edge of my seat. I don't know what's going to happen. Really, I don't. So we shall see. We shall see. Now, yesterday we did a very special tribute to the half century mark. There was a Barry Manilow reference. He did not make an appearance, unfortunately, to sing a nice remembrance song. But we made it to 50 episodes of this Let's Play. And thank you guys so much for the support. This has been obviously the most popular game that's ever been on the channel so far, uh, as it should be. It is a fantastic, great game. There's not, a ton of streamers that play it because, well, people stream other things and whatnot. Let's not go down that path. But those of us that love these games, this is really right there at the pinnacle of these types of games. So during that 50th episode, if you missed it and you said, "Gosh, should I watch the live stream?" If you missed it, we just kind of went around the board. We put some things on refit. We talked about, fatigue and looked at how everybody was holding up under the rigors of war, and everything looks good, looks fine. Again, you don't really know until you get to the winter, right? In this game, the winter separates the wheat from the chaff, as they say, and so we will find out when that Russian winter hits, whether we have done what we should have done. And the great thing about the game is you could always hit the reset button, right? Well, I guess you can't really do that on the PC, but you could always start over. We're not going to do that. We'll take it through to the bitter end. If I get my ass whooped, so be it. I hope that doesn't happen, though. I'd be like, mea culpas everywhere. Anyway, let's do a few things. And a shout out to my friend Tiago, who has made a very good suggestion. I always read the comments. I try to keep up with responding to as many as I can. They're coming in fast and furious now, almost to 3,000 subs. And May 13th, so just about a week from now, it will be the 6 month anniversary of the channel, and we'll be at 3,000 subs by then. Thank you. That's fantastic, and I'm glad you guys enjoy the content because I certainly enjoy making it. That is for sure. So Tiago, well, I give him the shout out, and then I just move on. I should at least tell you what he had to say. A couple of things. One is the Italians moving them up into the swamp. I think I may do that next turn. I mean, the Italians aren't going to add a whole lot to the southern front. They can hold towns, they can kind of do some blocking here and there, but really they probably would be of more use up here. The Soviets have just a vast number of troops that are sitting around in the swamp. Now, I have to say, in the first game, usually they would have reversed out of here by now. It's probably not a bad idea. I mean, as long as they're getting supply. Now, I hope to cut the major rail soon. And, that rail is going into Gomel now. If we get around and get, fuzzy on that rail, and then we also get up here and get this rail, I just don't see, well, actually, we could do that back here. I don't see how they could possibly have any supply out here. I mean, I guess they could fly it out, but if the Soviets want to take their freight and fly it all the way out into these marshes, tip of the hat. We'll just say okay. Yeah, I mean that's not doesn't seem like the best use of it. Now they're not being very active, really. I mean, they haven't started to push back this way or do anything like that. But at least the threat is there, and it's causing us to hold a few things back. So maybe it's not the worst idea in the world. So that was one thing, but that would be a next turn kind of thing. But this turn, and let's zoom right down here on 11th Army. Well, first things first, let's go back here and get Army Group Antonescu. He's way back here. He does not need to be way back here at all. He could move to Kishinev this time because I'm going to actually have 11th Army just stay here at Odessa. It might as well. Is that true? We could move it up to this little town, but we don't have that connected yet. But here in Odessa, he's there. I think we'll move Antonescu over to Odessa as we move 11th Army down and around here. But as part of that, we've got these Romanian headquarters. And as of right now, so 4th Army, 4th Romanian Army, as of right now, it's directly connected to Army Group Antonescu. But that doesn't necessarily make a whole lot of sense, right? I always talk about how you want to go through a level or as many levels as you can for those command checks. Well, 11th Army is also reporting directly to Antonescu, and so we may as well have these run through 11th Army because we made it an assault army. So it's got plenty of command points. So I'm going to go down here to 4th Romanian Army and I'm going to flip that over to, oh, now come on. Now, why in the world can I not put this in 11th Army? Hmm. After all that buildup, now hold on. Let's figure this out for a second. We've got this Corps headquarters. Could that go in 11th Army? It could. Maybe I have to move 11th Army up a little bit. Okay, let's make sure he's got enough points to get over to Odessa. He does. Let's move 11th Army up to here. Okay, and let's move Antonescu over to here. Oh, speaking of which, I wanted to go see with him if there's any secondary Romanian rail out there. No, there's not. I was wondering if maybe they had a secondary rail, but they do not. He's just got the one Romanian rail that I moved back up here. I know I could have moved it out this way. I wanted to get the double rail, hooked up here. So we're going to go that way. Now then, can he now go into 11th Army? Not yet. What about the cores? We may then just cut him completely out of the equation here. Can 4th Romanian Corps go into 11th Army? Surely it can. Yeah, it can. So we'll just do it that way. It's because they're of equal status, I guess, 11th Army and 4th Romanian Army, so we can't report to each other. So we're just going to do the corps. This is 5th Romanian Corps. Flip you over to 11th Army. All right. So let's look at 11th Army's command points. It's now at 41 of 45. We've got these two. All right. Is there another one? I don't think so. There's this one, but he doesn't have any units. So let's just make sure. We've got these Romanian units there. We've got these Romanian units. Who do you report to? Ah, there we go. Now he's got 9 points. Interesting. And he's going all the way back to where? Whoa, he's going way back here to 3rd Romanian Army. Ah, well, let's move you up as well. I guess he can actually, how far out is that? He's 24 or 15, so he's got to move up at least 9. Okay, so I hadn't moved these up in a little while. I probably should have. All right, so he is reporting directly to 3rd Romanian, but we may want him to report directly to 4th Romanian. Because let's just go see the different generals. We've got a 5-3-5-5. Okay. Now that's 3rd. 4th, that's sitting here in Krivirog, has got a 4-4-4-4. Okay, so he's where he needs to be then. Now, who else is reporting where? Why is there a blue? Let's see who else he's got. He's got this Corps headquarters that's got nothing. And that's it. I'm not really sure that blue. Oh, is it? No, it's not that. Weird. Okay, but we've got the two now. We've got the two Romanian corps reporting directly to 11th. That was a very good idea. Hello, Arthur. Arthur Foxash. No, D Town. It's D Town. Hey, Michael. What's going on? How are you? Thanks for dropping by. Good to see you. I hope all is going well out there for everyone. It is a Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday. That's always good news. Okay, so we've done that one. And now another suggestion, and I think another very good suggestion is first of all, we need to put all these into command. I don't know why he's all the way back here. So it helps with that. But the other thing is let's take the cavalry Romanian corps and move it out of 11th Army and put it in First Panzer Group because, and he's only commanding what 5 points because ultimately for one thing, the command's all the way out here. Going back to 11th Army makes little to no sense. Secondly, he's a better commander up at 1st Panzer. Well, I don't know. I mean, 11th Army's also got a good commander, but the point being is these are mobile forces out here anyway. They fit with 1st Panzer, and 1st Panzer's out here. So those two good reasons. So anyway, we're going to throw them in there. That kind of worried me that those guys were out of command. Let's go look at the commander. I thought we did this. Come on. Let's go to the commander's report just to make sure before we flip this turn and see what the Soviets are up to. Now, I'm glad, I don't know if you guys missed the episode the other day. One of the things I did was break up a bunch of units in the center to try to cover more area. We're just like, running out of area. 79th Infantry, all right, let's move you. You don't have to be up this far by any means, but does it really matter with him there? I think we talked about this last time. Nah, I'm just going to leave him there. That's fine. Just looking down here, so we've got 79th. These are the broken up ones. I expect those. The labor groups are out. These are all to be expected. Hungarians. All these Hungarians are out of command. Let's get its headquarters moved up one. There we go. Now we got all those in command. That all looks fine. That all looks fine. So I think we're actually ready to flip the turn. Let's flip the turn. Um, did I want to go look at losses though? Yeah, let's just look at losses. This is the end of round 10. I always say turn 10, round 10. I was thinking of the boxing. 287. 287,000 for the Axis, 1.7 million for the Soviets. On the air losses, we've got, let's see, total 2,500 for the Axis, 8,700 for the Soviets. If we want to look at that on a beautiful representation, you can see our victory points, 476. Total of men, you can see the Soviets did perk up last time. They're starting to get reinforcements in. Total guns, they dipped below us for a moment and then went whoop. Okay. Total AFV, we've been bringing that down every turn, but it kind of leveled off last turn. Total aircraft, again, we were bringing them down. We've been on rest here a little bit, so we'll see how that all turns out. Losses. Okay, well, we don't see them for turn 10 yet, I guess, until the turn goes. I know that they've lost more than 0 troops this time. I just don't believe that's true. Yeah, we took a big drop on turn 9, but that was kind of a movement turn, so no big surprise there. Okay, let's back it up. Let's back it on up. Fill your cup up. Let's run the turn. All right, turn 10 in the books. I'll kind of, when the air comes up, I'll try to move my big melon so you guys can see it. BRO, is this the final version of the game? No, I'm still playing the beta, 0. Or 1.00. Now the reason, and it's got me worried. So it's a good question. I think they're up to patch like 1.07 maybe even 1.8 now, or 1.08. I started playing the beta, and since I got it early, it wasn't exactly like the release version, and so my handle doesn't work to update it. And I'm also worried about losing a save because of that, or losing our saves. So I'm continuing to play the 0 for now until I can get some kind of clarity that we're not going to lose our game and that the update would be smooth. Just because it's the kind of the pre-release beta version, I'm just not sure those two things are true. So I'm continuing to play that, and I know that they found a couple of bugs that can cause a crash. So it does have me nervous. Now, 99.9% of the game is exactly the same. From everything I've read in the change logs, the only things they've really changed have been little bug fixes. It hasn't changed any gameplay. And so I'm just sticking with this one while I can to make sure. Last thing I'd want to do now is say, oh, shoot, I lost our saves, guys. Sorry, we're starting over. um, You'd be like, oh, yeah, sure, sure. Something went wrong in that last turn. Now I shouldn't have given you that idea because I'm going to move out of the way. Look at those Soviet air losses. Holy moly. I'm going to move this over so I'm even more off screen. Wow, they're running a lot of recon, it seems, and we're taking out a lot of it with air combat, which is interesting, right? I mean, we're doing automatic air missions because, like defensive ones, because we actually don't have any directives in. The game is just doing that automatically. We're scrambling fighters up, and we are really smoking them for air losses, 160 to 5. Not bad. Okay, let's see if how much good recon they got out of that. I am expecting major counterattacks this time. We'll see. I did break up all those forces. Um, DeFizzle, you and me both, my friend. I will be playing Distant Worlds 2 a lot here. I've been playing mainly Grigsby games just because they're my favorites. The other one in that pantheon of favorites, though, is Distant Worlds Universe, arguably the best 4X game ever made. I'll stick by my guns on that one. I absolutely love Distant Worlds Universe. So Distant Worlds 2 has got me chomping at the bit. We will play that. I'll do a tutorial on that. We're going to be really involved in that game. So, I should hopefully be getting an early copy of that when they finally decide it's ready. I think it's been close to ready for a very long time now, it seems. Okay, now the Soviets are running. Oh, no, wait a minute. They're counterattacking. Okay, that's what we were expecting. Right here in the center, if you did watch that last episode, I scooted everything in and got in kind of a tight box here. And as you can see, they're trying to squeeze through there. They hit us there. The first time we're really seeing major counterattacks. Now, we're holding up pretty well so far. No major breakthrough or anything. But, game on now. Here they come. Now they're going to come up here. That is probably the remnant, these regiments of 16th Army up here that they're trying to push back on. Got to be careful there because that's very weak. We're very thin and very weak. This is always a weak spot. Whether it be the first game or this game, you're going to just have a weak spot there where north and center kind of divide. Um, okay, so they tried to push through. They didn't get through, luckily. They're, bumping up against us here. They hit there. Oh, it looks like they backed out of there. Probably a good idea because I was going to attack them with both, just for the audacity of trying to get through squeeze through that little hole there. What do you got going on here? Oh, okay, freight. So they're done counterattacking, but at least they did a few this time. So it's on. They're getting a little more bold, these Soviets. I'm just clicking through the freight. Unless somebody tells me in the chat you really want to see the Soviets carry their freight about, I'm going to go ahead and get through that. Yeah, BRO. Yep. Finally, we're seeing the counterattacks, and it's on to my turn. Um, we'll see. I'm hoping that we actually start getting a little bit of better freight delivery. I feel like we're losing just a ton of freight, and I get it. I mean, we're running big distances, but by bringing these guys back closer in the center, I'm hoping that we get them really stocked up. All the panzers out here. Um, this is going to be a challenge up into Leningrad because we've only got that narrow little tunnel that it's got to all go through, and it's starting to get a little stretched out there. I would like to put a depot in Luga if we can take that this time. We'll see. We're right on the doorstep. I think that's Luga, where I don't know if you can see it, my cursor, but I think that's Luga. It's one of these two. We're going to have to try to grab that and get a depot up in there. Because those Panzer group or that Panzer group, fourth Panzer group, is struggling a little bit. They're a little under strength too. I'm damn near tempted to take something out of Army Group South or Panzer Group One and throw it up here, just because I feel like we could be doing more you know, breaking right here, but we just don't have a whole lot in that Panzer group. Okay, the turn has run. Let's look at the breaking news. All right. Dateline. Turn 11. We've got Soviet partisans. I am not shocked by that. Okay, more partisans. Anglo-Soviet invasion of Iran. In August of 1941, British and Soviet troops invaded Iran to save the Abadan oil fields and the important railways and routes to the Soviet Union for the supply of war material. In mid-September, Reza Pahlavi, the Shah of Iran, is forced to resign in favor of his son Mohammad Reza Pahlavi under the pressure from the United Kingdom and the Soviet Union. The Persian corridor, we know how well that turned out in Iran to keep pressuring, you know, get rid of Shaws here and there. Eventually, that turns into bad mojo. The Persian corridor, the supply route through Iran into Soviet Azerbaijan, was one of the three major supply routes for Lend-Lease supplies to the Soviet Union. It was the only all-weather route to be developed to supply Soviet needs. I actually didn't know that. That's interesting. The other two supply routes were the northern route across the North Atlantic and the Pacific route, which handled U.S. cargo at Vladivostok. I just like to say Vladivostok. It's a fun name. And then used the Trans-Siberian Railway across the USSR. Okay, get off there. We read them both. Come on, leave me alone. Breaking news. Go away. Oh, we didn't read this, I guess. Turn 10, RAF raids in 1941. We did read that. There you go. Off you go. Off you go. Friendly losses. We took 30,000 last time around. 262 guns, 35 AFVs, not too bad. 78 aircraft. We are standing down in the air at the moment. On the map, we go negative 37,455. Man, we keep bleeding off, whether it be to theater boxes or losses or otherwise. Guns, okay. We actually added some AFVs this time. Good. Hopefully, some of that refit is working. We're down 64 planes this time. So I guess we added 14 whole planes. Look out. Uh, thanks. Okay, that's all's fine. Supply alerts, we've got a lot of them out here. You can see where the supply problems are. Now, I don't know why that SS unit right there has got a supply problem. That is right near Pskov. I don't get it. Our motorized has got a little bit, and of course our panzers. I was hoping they'd do a little better this time, but no. Down here in the south, 11th Army's needs a little bit. Everybody else looks pretty good, though. A little bit of 6th. Okay, we're across the Dnieper, so it's just a little hard to push out. All right, that doesn't look too bad. We've only have one unready unit. Strength. Wait a minute. Strength alerts. Oh, we've got 35 on low supply. I'm not seeing where that would be. Unready. This unit? That one is the one that got hit, right? Let's click off the turn summary. Is he? Oh, yeah, his TOE is down to 15. Well, that's not good. Uh, I guess that would make you unready, a 15. Okay, well, I mean, we broke all those divisions into regiments. We were kind of taking a risk with that. If we zoom down in here, they attacked right there against that regiment. He got knocked hard. He took a step back. We'll kind of hold him back a little bit this time. They also tried to sneak through here. They couldn't get through, and so then they popped back into this hex. Okay, that's fine. This little gambit worked. It held. I was very worried they would try to like bull rush into Mogilev, but no such thing occurred. This time, let's go back actually though to the turn summary, and let's look at what we get in, and we get the blue division at 170, 170. That's back at Warsaw. Okay, now where do we want the blues to go? I can't help it. Every time I hear blue, I think of the movie Old School, the old guy that Will Ferrell is always giving a hard time. Old Blue, yeah, looking down from heaven. Anyway, this is the Blue Division, something completely different. What in the heck am I talking about? Let's go. Whoops, those are air directives. Oh yeah, we can't move him yet. What am I doing? We got to put in some air directives, and I do think we'll do a limited amount of um, tactical recon this time. But as part of that, I am going to go to our air doctrines. Mm, let's go to recon. Let's go to escort percentage, and let's knock this down to like 40%. Whoops, yep, 40% for escort percentage. So if we lose some recon planes, hey, we got a lot of them. We're not using them for anything else. That's fine. We may send a couple of fighters with them, but I'm really going to try to minimize the fighter losses. I could also just, put this on 0, I guess, and not send any fighters along. But I don't really want to. I don't want to take it that far, at least unless we really lose some fighters this time. So for recon, I'm going to put it on 40. That reminds me, though, on ground support, I am going to clip this back and put this down to. I'll just put it on 100 for now. We had it on 120, and I've been talking about fighter losses. I mean, this would add to it. I think it also helped us chew up the Soviet Air Force uh, a bit, but at some point we're now so low on fighters that we got to just dial back. I may even go down to 80% on that at some point and run like 80 and 80. We'll see. We'll see. But those are air doctrines. We really don't use those a whole lot. I feel like we use those more in the first game. Tiago, you got a shout out, Tiago. If you just showed up, you got a shout out in the first 5 minutes. And I did go change commands in the south just to make you happy, my friend. Just to make you happy. I didn't want you yelling at me anymore for not having those commands in the south correct. Um, okay, okay. Let's put in these air directives. Let's do it. Luftflotte 1. And let's go to the recon directive. And where do I want this? Well, where I want it is right here, right? So if I look at where we are at this very moment and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to, bowl my way across the Narva here. And when we do, it'll be like knock, knock, knock. Hello, it's Walter Model. I'm here. We're going to be behind a lot of their forces if we can force our way across the river. Now, can we get across this turn? We'll see. I mean, I at least want to be into Narva, and I think maybe down here we could potentially get across. A little harder here because we got to move through the urban area first. But once, I want to get through here. Once we're through here, we should be pretty good until we get to the city gates. But the really important part is here, okay? And specifically kind of this crescent right here. This is light woods and clear hexes, not in the urban area, but clear, and then we've got a little rough here, but then light woods, all light woods in here. So the way the panzers really need to go is here, 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 and around here. And the hope is to meet up with Modal's forces here. And if you want to see a pocket, I'll turn this thing into a nice big pocket because ultimately we've, in some respects, beating them back to Leningrad. Well, I mean, still got to get around them. But if we go right here, because the panzers aren't going to push into the city anyway, so what are you going to do with them? Well, we may as well surround all these troops if we can. Now, I know that they've got a bunch out here. We just can't see them right now because we don't have any recon on it. But just this little, that's what I'm going to try to do right in here and around. And that should be, well, I mean, just for what we can count, that would be about 10 Soviet divisions. My guess there's probably 20 or 25 out here. If we can get there and get around the corner right here, 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 if we can get around the corner, they've got nowhere to go. And then kind of our backs to Leningrad with the panzers, but the infantry will still push here. It can clean up and then go right to the gates. And they've got, they don't have all of these units falling back to the city. That's the plan. Okay. Because of that, I want to get as much recon in here as I can. Now, I'm not going to run any of it unescorted, so let's set up the directive. Okay, so recon, we're going to do it in an area of about 3. I want to see unit strength, and I want to see interdiction, which is units we can't see. All right, I don't want it to fly all the way over Leningrad. Instead, I want it to go kind of here. All right, and we've got full escort support there. Maybe even there? Is that better? Is that better for me? Yeah, that gets that kind of whole crescent in there. That's what I want to see are these hexes right here. I'm actually going to pop it up to medium because if we're going to be throwing recon planes into it, might as well. We've got escorts that will be with them. We're going to take some losses. It is what it is. I'm not going to, sit here and fret over it. There are going to be some losses. The other thing I'm going to do, oh, I needed to change my doctrine. Whoops, not that. Yeah, good. Don't clear that out. Actually, let's do this one manually since I have it set up. We're going to take the altitude down to 9,000 feet so it avoids flak from neighboring hexes. Anything under 10,000 will avoid flak from neighboring hexes. Now, we'll still get some for the flak in the hex, but let's do that. And this is also not directly over a unit we can see anyway, so maybe we need to change the flight path a little bit. Let's click on there and oh god, I got to remember how to do this. I haven't done it since the tutorial. Do we go that way? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We'll go out this way and to this hex, but we're going to be going to other hexes anyway. I mean, we're covering a bigger area, but this is kind of the idea. So we're going to do that at 9,000 feet. Everything else should be fine. Follow path, yes. Partial escort is fine. 9,000 feet. Okay, we're going to run some recon. We'll see how that works. Oh, that reminds me. I want to go back to the air doctrine screen. And for Recon, I want to bump that down for when it automatically puts it in there for you to 9,000. Pretty much all missions in this game should be run at 9,000 because neighboring hex anti-air can't get to you. They can't hit you. Tiago, you that's funny. I always say that to my wife. You yelled at me. She's like, I didn't yell at you. I just said, hey, what about this and that? That's just how my ears hear it. No, I'm kidding you. I'm kidding you. Edmund, how's it going? I need the German and Romanian army to take Odessa. Well, yes and no. It is damn near impossible to take Moscow. We're sure as hell going to try. By turn 16, I don't know that we can do it. I don't think we can. And so I'm going to have to go for the second sudden victory, which is essentially 750 points forever. But, if I can get that by early November, that's kind of the plan. Because turn 6, so we'll be on turn 11 next time. That's August 31st. Um, I'm doing math in my head. Oh my gosh, that would be like turn 18 or 19. It's possible, but the mud may start before then. So if the mud starts, forget it. You can't do anything once the big Soviet mud starts. So we'll see. All right, I'm going to run that recon right there. I kind of like that. We've actually got 116 recon craft up here for 0. and not escort them at all. And then I thought, if nothing else, that may be a little gamey. So I'm just going to leave it just like that. Was there something else? Gosh, I was thinking of something when I was talking. That's always a problem. Okay, let's run a little more recon, maybe in this area, but I don't know that we can get escort out here. If we look at, so let's click off that. Um, we've got that one going. I was tempted to maybe run it over here by Regev and look this way, or to run it right back here. Now, in some respects, I would like to cut back right here. I just know that the AI has been running where it runs around you and sets up a block, right? And so, rocking the baby, rocking whatever. I've been going back and forth a little bit. That has hurt our fuel, I will say. I mean, using that strategy, but your fuel is going to be hurting anyway, so it's hard to tell exactly how much. But I was thinking like, down through here. Now they're representing a 31 there. I don't like to see that, and I don't like to see this mechanized force there. Those are usually tough nuts. Now that is showing red for supply, so maybe it's a little hollowed out. We could also try to come up this way, but I really want to go this way. But we'll have to probe around with our infantry a little bit. And I think to do that, let's go to Luftflotte 2. We'll set up a recon mission, and I think that I want to do one kind of like right in the middle of here, maybe even let's say there, and set it up with a 3. And I want, again, unit strength and interdiction are the only priorities. I will put it on medium. I don't like doing that. Until the next turn, these are always going to set up at 25,000 feet because I didn't have my doctrine changed until just now, and nothing is processed with the game. When it processes this time, it'll start setting them up automatically at 9,000. Um, okay, I think that's good. I mean, this is what I want to see. I guess I could kind of move it one more back. Okay, they still get escort out to here, so that looks fine. This flight path looks fine as far as we know. There probably are units in here somewhere, but we're gonna have to find out. Now, other place I wanted to look was right here. What's going on here? I mean, this is light woods, and of course, this looks very inviting to try to get into the clear. But I mean, light woods don't hurt us that much. And if they left this a little weak, so I am going to set up another one. Let's make sure did I set up the first one for, yeah, I did. I just saw it. Yeah, one of one. Okay, let's do Luftflotte 2. Let's do a second recon, and let's just do it kind of in these woods and see what the hell is going on out here. Um, Medium, need to go down to 9,000 feet. I'm kind of scared to see how many recon planes we're going to lose, but like I said, we're not using them for anything else, and I really kind of want to know this information. So, without having to just find out with infantry, which could lead to some bad moves, just trying to find out stuff. Okay, so let's do this to 3. We'll start at a 3. Okay, that gets a little out of our range. So let's move this up one. Okay, this gets a little of this too. I like that. I like that. Confirm it. All right. Now then, in the South, is there someplace we really want to look? Well, I think so. I mean, I kind of want to look right in here. My original plan was to push right through here. Now I've kind of fainted up this way with the Panzers, but they've really dropped back here, and so I'd kind of like to whip right back around and actually head towards the objectives. So I'd like to recon like right in this area. So let's do that. We'll get off of that and we'll go to Luftflotte 4 with a recon mission. And we'll go, I don't know, like here. All right. And we'll do that maybe only like 2. Is that a big enough box? Uh, I guess so. I can scoot this back 1 maybe. Ooh, we just get out of our escort range. Maybe I scoot it up and over 1. Does that work? Hey, that's better. I like that better. Okay, that looks good. And we'll do unit, interdict, intensity, medium, I guess. We're going to go down to 9,000 feet. Okay. And I guess we'll change the flight path a little bit just because we know a unit's there. There's probably units here, but as long as we know one's here, we may as well. Whoops, I probably should have done this one, huh? Nope, we probably should have done this one, huh? All right, that works. There we go, straight across. That looks good. Let's confirm it. All right, I better go check the comments in case I forgot to do something. Sean Cope says the rain is coming. It surely is indeed. Is that a Frank Sinatra song? If not, well, maybe Tony Bennett. It should be. Yes, it is coming, Sean. That is true. Um, Blinky, what's up? How you doing, Blinky? To take Leningrad, you have to push to the Finnish border and take all ports to the east shore of Lake Ladoga or Ladoga, Lagoda. No, Ladoga. It is Ladoga, my friend. Yes, that's usually the way to do it. You are correct. I mean, we're going to have to move Fliegerführer I'll see up there. We're going to have to interdict into Lake Ladoga. We're also going to have to move over there, of course, to try. We're going to have to move something over there. We'll get to that. Uh, I like your, yeah, I agree with you, Sean. Now, I am going to go for a little more than that. You're, Sean's saying Sevastopol and D-Town. Um, the Dniprovitsk. How was that? Don't. I tried. I tried. The Doprevsk. That's that sounds Russian to me. Um, I'm going to try for a little more than that. Since I haven't been encircling troops, I better get a little further out there. Although we're going to hopefully encircle quite a few in the north here in a bit. Um, Tiago says that it is possible to take Moscow. He posted a or M60. M60 is really good player at this game. Posted a human versus human where Moscow was encircled by turn 12. Wow, man, you're making me feel bad. Turn 12. Yes, I do have some air units in reserve. And Blinky, I do believe taking Leningrad at 41 is essential. I would say essential is correct. Uh, I think that's fair. I think that's fair. We're going to do everything we can to take it in 41. If we don't, we don't. But I'm going to do everything I can. Um, Yes, the reserve box. Let's go back to the reserve box and see how our air units. Now, these all came back here, right? We put these all back here. Are they filling up at all? Now, some of the, so that's just a swarm, 3 ready. Okay, so we may be able to move him out next time. Um, Hopefully. Yeah, that's a swarm. Then we have some groupas down here that have 4 ready aircraft. So this groupa has four, should have or could have 40. How about I put it that way? And it's got 4 ready aircraft. Now it does have 71 kills. That group does. Good for them. We've got one that's kind of ready to come out, or so the game says. Again, it's only a little swarm. I just think that's a funny name. Swarm 4 ready. Okay. We have another groupa with 7. Ouch. We have another groupa with 5. We may want to disband 1 or 2 of these, to be honest with you. We have 9 ready in this groupa. As a matter of fact, maybe one of the 4s or 5s. Another groupa with 9. Holy moly, man. I think maybe I'll just disband these, like this guy and maybe one other, and they can fill up the other ones because it doesn't, it's going to take forever to fill up some of those. We're getting like, I mean, we can go look at the production and look down here in the planes, but if you look in the pool, well, we got a lot of 1094 F4s. Okay, let's go. Let's release. Um, but I think those may be bombers. I can't remember. No, they're fighter bombers. Okay, well, let me have them. Let's go. Uh, I should go look at what's the. Okay, hold on. What's the fighter? What are these planes? Planes, aircraft. Well, it's not showing me any aircraft. That's weird. Um, oh, maybe it's under the aircraft tab. Got it. Why is it? Oh, it's up here. Maybe I should watch a tutorial. 109 E7s. Okay, let's go look at 109 E7s in our production. 109 E7s. We've got none in the pool. Ugh, that's the problem. Uh, we've got 10 units left. Well, they need to upgrade then. Let's start upgrading. Let's go back and look at that. What's the upgrade path? Replacements normal, mission setting, aircraft. I guess maybe I can't do it while we're back in reserve. Those pilots, aircraft change. Oh, manual. Duh. Gosh, it's been a while since I made that one. 109 E3s. Okay, that would be next. In the pool, we've got none in the pool. So, we just don't have any fighters really. Oh well, on we go. All right, let's run these air directives and see what happens, how much we lose. I'm going to back way up here so we can kind of see the lightning strikes. I always like to see the lightning strikes happen. Let's get down here so we can really see everything. So we're going to be looking there, here, or yeah, like here, and right to the east of D-Town, east and north. Let's make sure. Let's make sure I got these set right. I just want to look at them one more time. Let's go to our error directives. All right, recon. Um, let's show the detail. Execution detail. Um, 9,000. I like all that. All during the day. Three threes and two. Okay, that all looks good to me. Let's run some recon. Oh, that threw us off there. Get out back up there. I don't want to miss the Leningrad auction. Right click. All right, let's execute. See what happens. Oh my gosh. Why did the game do that? Ah, there we go. Okay, so we are going to see all the execution. Whoops. I better make sure we're on message level 2 if we're going to be seeing all this. I may bump it up to a 1 if this gets crazy. Yeah, they got some anti-aircraft in on us, but no losses. You can see 9, and we're running like 3 fighters out with them. Perfect. Okay, so we've got a little escort cover. You guys probably can't see it, but I'm going to lean over. We've got 72 sorties run so far, 4 losses. That's acceptable. I'll take that. Let's go to message level 1. I'm just not going to It's just going to take way too long to watch all of these. We're up to 7 losses. We're up to 11, 13, but we're in the middle now. The losses don't look too bad. We're at 24. Oh, that was day 1. Well, that's true. But we'll see. Now we're on to day 3. And I'll move again. We're up to 42, 44, 45. Hopefully, the vast majority of those are recon planes. How does this look on the stream? This probably looks weird as hell as I lean out here. Oh, well, you can see my losses, which I guess are the important thing, really. 64 losses. I maybe should have done this on low intensity, but that's okay. We're going to get more information. Information is key. Whoa! What just happened there? Did you see that thing freak out? All right, we're up to 83 losses. We've lost a lot of utility craft, but if it's like spread like 25, 20, let's look at the escorts. That's all I really give a damn about. I don't give a damn about the recon planes, not really. Lost 21 and then 12 escorts in the north. Okay. 16 and 4, 17 and 4 in the center. That's nice. In the south, we barely lost anything. 8 and 1. So really, that's not bad. We lost like 21 escorts. The vast majority of those operational. All right, let's see what kind of information we got. Let's look down here in the south. We're right on schedule for D-Town, right? We're barely going to get a bonus for this, +2. Z-Town was taken much later, like in I'm not going to go look now. Let's look at this first. So we don't know what that unit is, which is too bad because, I really need to know that for the push through. Now we do have the infantry here, so we'll know pretty quickly. This looks weak. This looks weak for the push to the town. I'm sure they'll have a pretty substantial force there. I don't know if we can get it this turn, to be honest with you, but that's okay. We're well on our way. I'm not worried about the south really at all. Okay, let's go in the center and see what we found out. We see units. Essentially, that's what we found out. I see dead people. No, I see units. Okay. Was that worth 80 planes? Probably not. This little bit here, we've got a strange situation. Let's get the logistics off there. A 15 and a 24 all by themselves. Tell you what, guys, I will surround them. I'll isolate them rather than fighting them. I would like to take Vyazma this turn, though. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I've got that Panzer infantry that oftentimes doesn't have a whole lot to do. Okay, there we go. This is actually helpful. It kind of shows us the layout of what they're doing. They're setting up the defensive line there. Okay. I think well, it depends. We just don't know if anything's here, what's here, but I think maybe we can start trying to get around behind them. It's worth the shot. It's worth the shot. We shall see. Uh, Yeah, Tiago, the vast majority of those, I don't know, maybe it blinked by too fast, but the vast majority of those recon losses were operational. And I've had my recon sitting at the same bases for several turns now. They've got plenty of support, they've got plenty of supply. They're just taking a lot of operational losses. Oh, thanks, Blinky. I like to talk while I play, so this is perfect for me. I'm going to play the game anyway, so and I like to talk. Put those two things together. Look out. Start a YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm having a great time playing this game. I love doing the live streams. I have not been doing them the last 3 days or so for various reasons, but I'm going to try to get on a real schedule of live streaming at 2:30 Pacific Coast time every day. 2:30 is just the best time for me. I'm done with my work day at 4:30 Central because my work I kind of am off Chicago time. So 2:30 Pacific is perfect for me. And so I'm going to try to start live streaming a game every day at that time. Sometimes it might be War in the Pacific. Hey, by the way, I've got War Plan Pacific going on with one of the subs here, one of our community here on the channel. And so Warplan Pacific, I just jumped into it and I'm, doing that let's play against the AI and I'm like, I'm doing pretty well, for my first time through the game. Holy smokes, it's a little bit of a different game when you're playing against a human, let me tell you. Now he is playing the Axis and I am playing the Allies, and the moves that he was able to do as the Japanese on turn one, that's going to be a fun video when I put them up. Of course, I'm going to wait till we're like 5 turns in before I put like turn one up. But I'm going to stop the let's play I've been playing against the AI. The AI is too passive. It just is. I love Alvaro. I love the game. Actually, it's a great board game on a computer if you like, hex and counter, clip the counters. It looks just like clip counters on the map. But the AI is just too passive. It hasn't even taken the Philippines in the middle of 42, right? So I put out the challenge, hey, does anybody want to play? And got several responses, but I just took the first person that responded, and man, is he look out. I may get stomped in that. I'll put it up either way. I don't know. I mean, I really took my time on turn one and tried to min-max the hell out of it. So we'll see how it goes. I'm waiting for him to send this turn two back. Whew. Okay, where are we in the north? You guys want to talk about this game? You guys like the Pacific War? I don't give a damn about the Pacific War. Um, we've still got this core just sitting here. That's fine. We've got the other one, Von Chapuis, sitting over here. 18th Army. Okay, I think that's what, Von Kukler. Did we figure out that last time? Yeah, Von Kukler. He's here now. Are you out? No, he's 13 of 15. That's what I thought. Okay, well, the first unit I'm going to move is this little regiment here. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to start and stop like that. I did want to go look at the commander's report for fatigue. Let's do our usual here. Take off support, take off map, take off air bases, and now we'll look at fatigue because I wanted to see how much it dropped each time. And before that, actually, well, shoot, I kind of screwed that up. Let's go to 18th Army, the commander's report, and now let's take off the support units. There we go. That's what I wanted. I wanted to see how much fatigue dropped. We could also take off the headquarters units, but I think we can all figure this out, right? Fatigue. Okay, so we do drop. Now, these guys were like 70s and 80s at the end of the turn last time. We did drop down into like the 20s and 30s. Okay. I mean, I've been riding these guys hard, right? We also, a lot of these that we have on refit, we took up to 68, 74, 69, some of the others in the 70s and 80s. Okay. Okay. First guy I want to move so I don't forget him is this regiment that I have directly attached to 18th. He's going to kind of come up here and just hold so we can do what we want with this unit. Um, which ones should I move first? I guess that I'll move these guys first. Move him into the woods rather than the swamp. He could go there. All right, we'll save those 6 points for a moment. But I need to be moving a little east. That's part of the reason I did that. Wow. I mean, they're just giving us a free run this turn. I think. I mean, there's maybe some stuff down here. I don't know. It's not showing us this hex, so there's probably something there, actually. Let's move him there. No, nobody home. Wow. Okay. They're really dropping back fast. Let's do this hex by hex just to see what pops up. They really have just retreated, really retreated. Um, All right, let's move him around this way. This takes some of the pressure off us. I'm not sure if this was a good move for the AI. Do we want to take him up this way? It looks a little clearer this way, so let's go that way. Well, we're going to bleed off some fatigue this time, that is for sure. Do I want to move him over here? Not really. Not really. He's going to get surrounded, so I'm kind of trying to move these guys this way a little bit. Okay, we had a whole turn where we moved as far as we can move. Um, Defizzle, it is a lot of fun. I laughed my ass off in that first turn because I was expecting, the Axis goes first. So he went first. I call him a bandit, a rogue, a traitor because I'm so pissed when I get that first turn and I look at it and I'm like, this isn't the AI anymore. I mean, it's just not the AI. He's into Rabal. He's damn near taken over half of all of China. I mean, it's crazy. So we're going to have a real battle on our hands. So if you're interested at all in Warplan Pacific and want to see what it's like when you play another human, tune in for those because I got a real kick out of it, a real laugh because he is just on the move. Let's put it that way. Um, okay, how do we want to go about this river crossing? What's important? I like to move back to front generally. Now, he did not leave anything very strong on this side of the river, which would tempt me to maybe do a hasty attack, but I'm not going to. The main reason for that is we just cannot afford not to move one of these units. We've got to move them. There can be no hemming, there can be no hawing. Let's move this guy up here with 6. And now he's got a deliberate in his sleeve. Uh, Now, I'm tempted to do this with both divisions. The reason being is I really want him to route out of here. I don't want him to just take a step back. That does not do us very much good. I mean, we could then force the crossing there, but um, why don't we do this? Let's move him there because he's probably going to move there anyway. And I'm going to do a deliberate with both. Now, that is probably overkill, but I've got to get him out of there. Okay, so he routed. Wow, that's almost 6,000 troops. And off he goes. And now, oh, we get across the Narva. And now we're like, this is what I'm talking about. Knock, knock, knock. Who's home? I'm at your back door. That sounded like a horror movie. Anyway, on we go. Can he? There must be a. No, there can't be a unit there. We'd be picking it up by now. I'm surprised he can't get across the river. Can someone else back here get across? Nope, we're going to have to take care of this unit here. How are we going to do it, though? Now, this is the most important spot, I think, now that we're across the river. Let's see. Let's move the strongest. Well, of course, the weakest got the fewest number of move points too. That kind of stuff makes me mad. 8 and 11. Okay, let's step you forward. Let's take both of these guys and do a deliberate to try to get him certainly out of here. And oh, he flew he flew away. It looks like he flew all the way to Finland. It's funny to me when they route out like that. Like, whoa, look at this. Surely they've got something like here in the swamp or something. I'm going to take these two and take a chance. I'm going to do a hasty here because I have two full divisions. Uh, and this is just one of those little airborne units. If he doesn't move, I'm going to be really mad at myself. But let's give it a shot. Okay, he did step back. That's fine. I was just going to be mad if he didn't move at all. Capture the depot. Okay. Although it looks like it disintegrated. If you don't capture it with if you don't bring enough strength, I feel like those depots they disintegrate. So if I could have done a deliberate there, um, I think that depot would have potentially still been active. I haven't had time to test that kind of stuff yet, not yet. Um, okay, now Slancy. Oh, that's Slancy. Oh, how fancy. Okay. Um, 6 of 11. Ooh, look at us. Look at this roll. All right. Well, let's actually, before I move the 11, let's see where the 10 can go. Now, why can he go farther with less movement points? Am I crazy? Probably, but okay, we're up to the next river. Seems like they're being very nice to us here. For this river crossing. My goodness, I would have taken all these troops and put them there because ultimately you've got this kind of mass right there. Um, yeah, I mean, this turn, they're going to have to just come flying back here. Okay. You know, it's interesting. My usual plan is to go up here with the Panzers, but they're really blocking that approach. I wonder if the developers know that from watching, you know, people play the first game so many times that that's where you're actually trying to help or head. I wonder if I could get back and around this way though. I kind of feel like they've got just like strong forces sitting out here and maybe we can get around behind them if I wanted to do that. It's either go that way, but you run into a lot of swamp, but maybe if I came here and got around behind them, or just keep bullying my way here, and then as we get here, you know, we could either try to encircle all of these troops, or we could head this way. I don't know. It's a decision for another episode. Can this guy, he can move there, which probably has better terrain to get across, okay? And then this guy can get right up into Narva itself. And we may as well bring the headquarters along for the ride. All right, that was very successful. I liked everything about that. These headquarters are now 12 of 15. Perfect, okay? Um, He's 13, but we can bring him back a little closer. Okay, that puts him out. Does that? Oh, shit. Okay, so those are getting a little far away from me. Now he's 14 of 15, and everybody's on. Okay. Hey, that was fun. Let's go down to Warsaw and get the blue division. And I was gonna bring them north. That was the plan, right? I think we still do that. Second Army needs a lot of help, but we got to take Leningrad first. We just have to. Can I come up this? I could, but let's go right there. All right, there we go. And I guess that means, well, Wadrig is up here. Wadrig is up there. I guess I can take one of these core headquarters. I could take him out of Parnu. This is Schultz, I think, or Schubert. Schubert, okay. I could take him out of Parnu and attach this to him, I guess. The problem is that Lindemann has 12 of 12 and Modal has 12 of 12. So I've got to put him in with someone else. Well, we have Wadrig out here, but he's got one division with him. I guess that's a thing to decide next turn. I can always move that headquarters over there and attach him to it because the headquarters can just go forever. Um, don't forget about the Luga Depot. Thank you, BRO. Now, see, that's the kind of core commander I need out there on the ground. Thank you, BRO. That is excellent, excellent stuff. The Luga Depot. There is beautiful Luga, the Luga Air Base. People fly in from all over the Soviet Union just to see it. It's only got a one rail yard. Huh. What's this town? Sinskaya. That's got a level one rail yard. I actually wish there should be a button that shows you the level of the rail yard out here. I know if we put it on rail, we can see how much rail capacity they have left, right? 14, 8, that's helpful. I get that. I wish there was something that showed you the rail yard level, like an overlay. I think that would be very helpful. Um, well, hell's bells. We're going to put one in Luga anyway. We've got some command points. Let's create a depot there. In Luga, let's just make sure. I think that's the best place to put it. I could put it, I mean, I guess ultimately I could put it here, right? But we're not there yet. Let's do a create depot in Luga. Why can't I see it? Oh, I'm on rail move. Why can't I see it now? Did they not build it? Am I crazy? It's saying level 4. Oh, do I not? Maybe you don't have logistics on. That could also be a problem. There we go. Okay. Sometimes, guys, I question my own sanity. 4. And we don't have the railroad unit up here now, so it's going to have to be a secondary rail that comes out here from either 4th Panzer Group and Hepner or 16th and Bush. That's where he is. Okay, he's going to disembark. This all looks good. This looks real good. Now they are falling back fast though. I mean, this is just going to be an absolute slugfest. I'm hoping I can get around the back here though, before and trap some of these guys, which means I really do need to bring the Panzer Group this way. All right, 16th Army. How are we going to go about this? Well, I like to start at the bottom with 16th now because we're scooting everyone north. Um, well, I hate to see that already. Let's do a little exploratory out here. Lost 22 men for the pleasure. Why are they running air missions out here? What was that? Um, that's weird. I don't run air missions. Okay. Weird. Very strange. All right. We're kind of 2 and 2 there. I guess I'm gonna have to take this, unit from ninth and move it up this way. But we're moving a little north and a little to the east. I think this guy, eh. Let's bring them around this way, I guess. There's a lot of swamp there. If they want to break through that, it's going to take them a turn or two. We should be able to see them coming. Do I leave him there? Yeah, I think so. I think I'll leave him there. I think I'll bring this guy to, let's say, there. I'll bring this guy to, let's say, there. I'll bring the other guy to, let's say, there. And I'll bring finally this guy to about there. All right, so we've scooted all these guys north a little bit. We still have the one here that will come up here and maybe take this guy's place. Although, man, this is starting to look wide open for a Panzer move. Why don't we bring him out here and maybe see a little bit more of what's around? So he's there. We really need this guy there, though. Do I dare move him up and see if anything else is back there? Okay, well, now we're going to have a gap there unless I do something else. I still had... boy, this is weak as hell. Let's just hope they don't counterattack right below Lake Ilman. That would be an ill omen indeed. Uh, What to do, what to do, what to do. Okay, well, I'm just going to kind of leave those guys alone for a minute. They all have more movement points, so if we need to, we can kind of move some other stuff around. You know, like I could move this guy somewhere and take a chance here for a turn, and maybe I don't want to split up the full blue division. They should be pretty strong. I may have to split up another division. Wait a minute. Okay, so I have two full divisions here. Hmm. It's all in the same group. He is a full division that's part of this. I guess I could split him, and maybe that's what I'll do. All right, let's split him, and let's take him. I think we're okay down here for the most part. Let's take him up here, and gosh darn it, they can't get all the way there, though. Well, it's going to have to... Nope, I don't like that. He can't get all the way up there. I don't think that that really accomplishes our goals. Um, that's right, Michael. Well, I didn't do that just because the blue division was up in the north. That's where we need them. But yes, historically they were up there, right? We had somebody ask the question in the comments one time and figured that out. All right, let's move these guys first. These guys are the guys that really should get moving towards Leningrad. So let's move them first. Can he go one more? He can. Excellent. That's what I like to see. Now then, my friend. Where are you going? Let's get you kind of more headed towards Leningrad. All right. Then we got a bigger division back here. Where can he go? You know what? I may just stick him in this town. Um, why don't we do that? And then we have another division down here. What are we dealing with? I think this is second corps. All right. Second corps. Got it. Wow, this is really bad terrain. You just can't do anything. He can get all the way to there. Okay, that works for my purposes because the panzers are moving. So that is fine. All right. Now we've got these three down here. When he moves across here, goodness gracious, that's going to leave a gap. I guess I will bust up that one down there and kind of put them all up in here. Um, Oh, excellent. Let's put him in there. That works. And then, oh shit, the rest of his group can't get up here though, which is not ideal. He's gonna have to go there. And then I guess, oh, he could go there. Oh, I wonder if they could go, or this guy could go there if I'm not triple stacked. Probably, huh? Okay, let's go ahead and break this one up after all. And I'll bring it like one there, and we'll just stay behind the river. We'll put one there, and then we'll put another one kind of there, and there. All right. Okay. Well, it looks like we're a lot stronger than we are. That's for sure. Um, I will get around to moving these headquarters here in a moment. Oh, this guy. Oh, yeah, he's the guy I'm saving because I don't think I can get to that hex though. Just looking, I don't think I can. Does he go there? Do I have him there? Maybe there? Let's put him right there. That works. Okay. And he's got a headquarters that will scoot up, scooch to there for now. We may move him into the town or otherwise. Then this gentleman can come up here. I don't want him sitting on that regiment, that's for sure. So we'll move him right up here. All right. And then this guy, what all do we have here? Okay. What all do we have there? Okay. He'll go in on his division. I think all those guys are good. Um, Now we're leaving these guys kind of to their own devices at this point. Where their commander? Yeah, there he is. Do I move away from those guys? I think I have to. I think I've got to go up here and try to get these guys. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so all three of the 1, 2, 3, 4, would be 5. We got these Soviet hexes that are still showing here. Better hope that's not anything. I don't think it is. Oh, you know what I'll do? I'm going to back him up and I'm just going to clear these. They drive me nuts, and I'm just going to get rid of them, and I'm going to protect him with that. This is all swamp. I don't think they're going to try to go through here, and even if they do, we'll see them, and even if they do, where are they going? I mean, there's nothing, through here. I mean, they could eventually loop around, right? I get that, but at that point, we'll react to it. Um, okay, that all looks good. Woo, man. I think I'm going to call it an episode. I think I'm going to call it here. Pre-Panzer, if you can believe it. What kind of bandit does... Now, I always say that, but I never... Hey, I hadn't looked over here on the multi-stream. We got Twitch. Bitter Old Fart is here. Great name. That even gave my wife a chuckle. Okay, I didn't realize you guys were over here on that. Evil 6 got his hardcover manual today. That's fantastic. Crafty, thanks for the follow. I do appreciate it. Well, gosh, do I dare go down this road? And I mean literally. Well, there's not any roads out here. Where we're going, there are no roads, my friends. Do I dare start moving these guys? Because it's going to take me a moment to process. I don't think so. I think we're going to call it a day. I will have a new video up tomorrow, or I will live stream this at 2:30 Pacific Coast time every day from now on. I'm going to be trying to uh, live stream something at 2:30, except for the weekends when it will be 10 a.m. But I'm going to get going on a regular schedule, 2:30 Pacific Coast time. Thank you guys all so much. You're the best, honestly. I love my entire group here at Strategy Gaming Dojo, and I really appreciate all the support. I'm glad you guys enjoy the streams, the videos, and everything that goes along with it. So, thanks again. Strategy Gaming Dojo out. Have a good one, guys.